Добрый день. Для меня очень большая честь сегодня здесь присутствовать, говорить. Мне очень близко то, о чем говорил доктор Ильницкий. И я хочу сказать, что как неврологический музыкальный терапевт я работаю не только с боковым амиотрофическим склерозом, но и с людьми с деменцией. В частности, буквально на днях мы завершили пилотный проект в сети пансионатов Senior Care в Москве по внедрению профессиональной программы музыкальной терапии, первой в России, и пилот был успешный. Я буду рада об этом рассказать, может быть, в личной беседе, если это кому-то интересно. А сейчас я перехожу к своей презентации. Я прошу прощения, я буду говорить по-английски, мне так проще. So I'll be speaking about music therapy and multidisciplinary care, and amyotrophic sclerosis is the rare group of progressive neurological diseases, and it occurs sporadically without relatives having ALS, and only rarely it is related to someone who experienced ALS in the family. The condition occurs for unknown reasons, and person deteriorates very quickly. Within 5 years at most, the person who is active adult comes to being unable to speak, move, to breathe, and eventually it leads to death. Although several, about 10% of people with ALS live to 10 or more years. And the most common cause of death for people with ALS is respiratory failure and aspiration pneumonia. And unfortunately, there is no cure. We do know that one of the examples of a person with ALS is Stephen Hawking, and he was extremely bright. We used to think that cognition in persons with ALS is unaffected. However, now we know that cognitive and behavioral symptoms occur in about 1/2 of cases of ALS, and about 14% of cases have comorbid dementia, frontotemporal dementia. And the same transactive DNA binding protein is in charge, is underlying cause for both diseases. So we can speak about the spectrum. Some of the cognitive impairments in ALS are executive function, attention, language, and memory deficits, which lead to shorter survival times, treatment and equipment need changes. It impedes safety and impedes medical decision making, and lack of motivation is one of the most important factors here, as well as disinhibition and impulsivity that affect severely, profoundly the person's relationship with their family and friends, and emotional perception deficits again do not help communication further. Even if we speak about ALS pure, so-called, when there are no frontotemporal dementia symptoms present, we still deal with depression and anxiety and impaired communication that leads to confusion and distorted sense of self, and generally grieving because of loss of functions. Healthcare authorities in UK and US recommend multidisciplinary approach to ALS care, and this involves a lot of specialists. In this scenario, rehabilitation for people with ALS is possible, such as sustaining and prolonging their vital functions, help with activities of daily living and adaptation, increasing their quality of lives. General thought here is that even though we cannot cure, we can still care. And music therapy comes helpful here. So for those of you who do not know, music therapy is a clinical use of music and its elements to accomplish individualized health goals within therapeutic relationship. We are allied health professionals, and we trained in theory and practice of music. We also know about human anatomy, physiology, psychology, neurology. So we speak same language with healthcare professionals, and we can work with multidisciplinary teams to achieve individualized goals in treatment. And music therapy music in general is not just a pleasant stimulant. It is deeply neurologically acquired to human beings. We do not have a particular area for music in our brain. So what happens, music shares neural pathways with such important functions as motor functioning, language, memory, speech, and so on. And by structuring music exercises in a certain way, we can rewire or re-establish the proper connections and so support non-musical functioning. And most importantly, it all happens within human connection, within a therapeutic relationship. And this therapeutic relationship can be established early in the course of the disease, early in the treatment, and it can continue, and music therapists can adapt the treatment, adapt the relating throughout the course of the disease. So evidence for music therapy in ALS is not much. We do know that music is effective for managing and treating behavioral and psychiatric symptoms of people with frontotemporal dementia. We also know that music therapy was beneficial psychologically for people with ALS during the non-invasive ventilation use. It increased communication and improved quality of lives and decreased perception of physical symptoms of persons with ALS. And it also helped relationships with their caregivers. I briefly speak about ALS Moscow Center music therapy program. I've been supervising the program since 2013, and we were looking for ways to use music therapy with this population, and came up with the music therapy protocol of interchangeable blocks that address physical, social, communicative, and cognitive, spiritual needs of the patients. And techniques are used such as song singing, music-assisted relaxation, music live reviews, some techniques from neurologic music therapy such as therapeutic singing or oral motor respiratory exercises, therapeutic instrument music playing. So it is a lot of ways we could use music for this population. The goals are established by a multidisciplinary team, and they include decreasing stress, alleviating anxiety, enhancing mood, supporting motor functioning, bulbar and respiratory functioning, and also supporting relatives, including children, which is very important in the situation of such disease. I would like to stress two main points here. Firstly, music therapy can attend to a variety of physical and non-physical symptoms. It is important. And secondly, we found that music therapists can often establish working relationship with the patient and family, even in the situation where medical staff and psychotherapists are not accepted, are rejected, because music is motivating and it feels safe. And from there we could continue working. So some feedback from the patients. I feel lighter and happier after we do music. I can relax, I cry less and feel less nervous. And from caregiver, I like the sessions very much. It was sheer positive emotions. And currently we conduct a study to explore the influence of music therapy exercises on speech, breathing, and swallowing of persons with ALS, and we do have some positive results, so we prolong these functions in persons with ALS. So, to summarize, these music therapy benefits for people with ALS are multiple, from psycho-emotional support to pain management to energy boost to stress management and to bereavement support after the person is gone. If you want more information, if you want to know about music therapy for neurodegenerative diseases, you can contact me at this website. Thank you very much.
Спасибо большое.